computer. Okay. So, Prasad, can you hear me? And Vamshi, Kishore, Jai, Ganesh, Sai, and Swaran and Sunny. I hope you all get my voice. If you're not able to get my voice, please use. I think if you're not getting my voice, how can you hear me, right? That's
Yes.
another question. One second. Prasad, is there any number to call to this joint meeting? Sorry, I couldn't get your I couldn't get your point, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Sir. Hello.
hello. Yeah,
Hello.
Prasad, please mute your system. Actually, I'm getting a lot of noise from your end. Usually, there a number to call with which we can join by phone. Sorry, Swaran, I'm not getting your point. Let me open the. Dial a number for audio. Yes. You have to connect with computer audio.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, so it's better now.
That's great, nice.
Okay, awesome. Finally.
Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. So, Sharon, actually, I already started Python programming language, 3 or 4 days back itself. Okay. So, in a Python programming language, as of now, what I explain for them, so every programming language, it having its own basic syntax, right? So, the Python basic syntax I explained for my previous class. Okay. And after that one, every programming language, it might have some kind of built-in functions to interact or to do some basic operations. Okay, so that you can say it's a built-in functions. So the basic built-in function in Python programming language, that particular class also I completed. And every programming language, it having its own data types. So meanwhile, the Python also having the 10 data types are there. Those particular 10 data types I explained in my previous class. Okay. After that one, I started new topic, which is the Python operators. And from the Python operators, I was in the middle of it. Okay. So from the Python operators, we have lot many operators are there. So from that one, the first one is the arithmetic operator. Okay. The second one is the assignment operator. And the third one is the okay. Yesterday we discussed about logical operators, right, guys? So logical
I'm
operators.
sorry to interrupt. Are you actually writing something on the screen, because I really cannot see anything. It's just a black screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys, all of you are able to get my video. I mean my screen or not?
No, it's blacks.
Oh, sorry. It's my mistake then.
Okay, I can see it now. At least your
Yesterday I
background.
shared
Yeah.
the
Desktop.
desktop, but
Mhm.
whiteboard also we have to share it then. Okay. You can see my screen, right?
I can see your desktop. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so actually from the desktop only, I was trying to be sharing the notepad whiteboard.
Yeah, it's just all black. Like we can't see anything.
Okay, just a minute. Only invited users can. Anyone. Karbalaka. I just sent the link in the chat, uh, Zoom chat. Can you click on that one? You might be getting the notepad what I'm writing here.
So I don't see any link in the chat.
Okay. So, everyone. Now you can see the link.
Yeah, still there's no link.
Everyone in the meeting. Now, can you please check now?
Yeah, now we have the link.
Okay, so
Yes.
can you please click on that particular link?
Okay.
Can you guys search? Can you see my screen in the notepad in a desktop? Something no whiteboard. Can you see any whiteboard here in my screen?
No, no,
No,
only
nothing.
desktop.
No, it's
Only
just like
desktop you're getting,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me join. Sunny, Sonia, Ganesh, Smith, Prasad, Kishore didn't join. Okay. Multiple participants can share the simultaneously advanced sharing options. That's not good idea. But I share one particular link, right? What you're getting from that particular link?
It's asking for a sign in.
Sign in, Zoom
Yes.
credentials. Okay, no problem. Then I cannot use the whiteboard then. Some
Okay.
issues getting. Okay, I will sort out once the session has done. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Once session has completed, I can sort out that one. So, but I would like to go for no share another screen whiteboard. So now you can see the whiteboard, right? Some white.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, so the Python programming language, which is having a lot of concepts. From that one, I done the 4 topics, which is the Python basic syntax and Python basic built-in functions and Python data types introduction, okay, and Python operators. So from the Python operators, as of now, I just discussed only 3 operators, but there are 6 operators are there. The first one is the arithmetic operator. It was done in my previous classes, okay, and assignment operator. This particular assignment operator also it's already done in my previous class. And the last day, I just explained about only logical operators, okay. And today my plan is I would like to go for explaining about the relational operators. See, Swaran, if you want to understanding the Python programming language, you don't need to worry about these things in a previous concepts. Okay, so these are the very, very basic things you can easily understand. Okay, even though after session has done, again we will connect actually. So relational operators, and next one is special operators, and last but not least, which is the bitwise operators. So these are the operators, and these are the topics I would like to conclude for this particular session. I would like to try to finish it. If it is not done, then we can continue tomorrow as well. Okay, clear, right? Now, now, okay. Now we are talking about the relational operators. Do you know anything about relational operators before that? So relational operators, mainly it can help you to compare any two objects. Okay, let me consider you have one particular thing. Okay, this is the one rice bag. Okay, this is one rice bag. It is a 25 kgs. Okay, you have one more rice bag actually. Okay, this is size was different, right? Okay, for example, the rice bag is, for example, 23 kgs. Okay, I want to check from these two rice bag which one is the a big one, or which one, whether it is both are same weight or not. Okay, or else which one is the a little more weight. Okay, that I want to find out, that I want to compare actually. So when you want to compare any two objects, that particular situation, we can use the relational operators. Clear my point? If you want to compare any two objects, here the objects are rice bag or persons or else anything, whatever it is. Okay, if you want to compare, any two objects, then we should use the relational operators. There are six relational operators are there. The first one is the less than operator. Okay, the symbol is, it's a less symbol, and this the less than symbol, it needs the two inputs. For example, number one is my input, number two is my input. So it can be written the either true, either a false. At what situations it can be written the true? Whenever my number is smaller than the number 2, then it can be written the true. Otherwise, it can be written the false, right? These things you already know it, from your so from your childhood onwards, you know this particular comparisons, right? For example, we have one more operator, which is the greater than. So greater than symbol is, it's a greater than symbol, you already know it, this one. And you are comparing the, for example, any two numbers. In this particular situation, if my number 1 is more than the number 2, then it can be written as the true actually. Okay, and meanwhile we have the equal to, not equal to. So for example, the third one is equal to. So what is mean that equal to? So both are same or not. If you want to compare, then we can use the two assignment operator. Okay, so if and only if both number 1 and number 2 is having the same data, then it can be written as the true. Otherwise, it can be written as the false. And the fourth operator is, it's not equal to. So not equal to symbol is, it's a not symbol, and this is equal to symbol. So combination of this one, it's a not equal to. Okay, if and only if the number 1 and number 2 both are different, then it can be written as the true. Okay, clear my point? So we have the two more operators are there, which is the less than or equal to. So here we have two options. One is the less than, we have it, as well as equal to, we have it. Combination of the less than symbol and equal to symbol. So it will be written the true. It will be written the true in two situations. One is number 1 is smaller than the number 2. That situation, it can be written as the true, or else number 1 and number 2 both are same. This two situation, the resultant could be the true. In any other situation, the resultant can be a false. Clear my point? Meanwhile, we have the sixth operator, which is greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to, in the sense, again we have a two operators are there, which is greater than symbol and equal symbol, we have to combine. And so here also you should have the two numbers, number 1 greater than or equal to. In two situation, it can be written as the true. One is the number 1, it could be greater than or larger than the number 2. Okay, so 1 is greater than the number 2, or else number 1 and number 2 both are same. These two situations, the greater than or equal to can be returned as the true. Okay, so this is a small information, guys. If you're not aware of it, again I can explain you. I hope these things you already know it, so for my satisfaction I explain it. Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Let's do some examples practically. So, Swaran, actually for working with Python programming language, I'm using the Anaconda Navigator software, and try to be download that particular software in your local computer. Okay, most of the data scientists are using that particular software only. So try to be download Anaconda Navigator. I already downloaded and I already installed in my local system so that I can directly open it.
Yeah, I have it installed on my machine.
Okay, so I think I have to share my screen this time. Okay, so you can see my screen, right? I opened the Anaconda Navigator and you just launch the Jupyter Notebook. Once I launch the Jupyter Notebook, so it will be selecting my local files. So every time I would like to hold your all programs into one specific location in my desktop, I have a folder. The name of the folder is ADS 201, and inside of it we have the Krishna folder is there, and inside of it I have the Vamshi folder is there. Okay, so I am holding all the things into this particular folder itself. And let me go for click on the new. So for example, if you want to create any new Jupyter file, or if you want to work with any new Python program or Python file, okay, or Python program, then what you should do, no, so here we have a new option is there. So you just click on this one. Here we have two options, Python 3 and R. Actually I'm using the Python 3, right? I would like to work with Python 3, so that you just click on the Python 3. Okay, once if I click on the Python 3, then it was creating the new untitled Jupyter file. Okay, if you want to rename anything on the particular file, then what I should do, you just click on this particular untitled file. Okay, once if I click on the untitled file, you might getting option to write the file name. So here my file name is 10, and today date, usually I would like to store the files with the date as well as topic. Okay, if you miss any one of the date, okay, so class, then I think it can help you. For example, if you're facing, so if you want access some particular file topics, then so this particular file format will help you actually. So 10 19 22, and we are talking about the Python programming language. No, relational operators. So yes, fine. So when you're creating the file name is with this particular file format, it could be easy to access the files with the dates wise as well as topic wise as well. Okay, that's fine as of now. Let me clear all the drawings. Okay, so I would like to talk about the less than symbols and greater than symbol, that kind of things, right? For example, let's talk about the less than. We can have a symbol is less than symbol. Okay, here I have two numbers. Number one is, for example, 23. My number two, for example, here I have a 45. If I go ahead with number one is less than the number two, okay, so number two, so this situation 23 is smaller than the 45, right? So that it can be returns the true. Same thing what I'm doing here. So number one or number two, if I'm doing the smaller than the number one, 100% it will be the false. So that number two is a very larger than the 23, 45 is more than the 23, so that the second one was returns the false. Careful observe here, the resultant or the result of this particular operators are the Boolean result. The result of the relational operators are Boolean result. So that we can say that relational operators are the Boolean operators. Relational operators we can call as Boolean operators. Boolean operators means we will get the result will be true or false, Boolean data, so that we can call it say Boolean operators. Meanwhile, comparison. So you're comparing the any two objects, right? So that we can call it the comparison operators. Meanwhile, we are going to be using these particular operators in for making some kind of conditions, so that we can say that it's a conditional operators also. So this particular operators, it can help you for relation to check the relation, and the result will be Boolean, so that it's a Boolean operator, and we are going to be using this operator in different kind of conditions, so that conditional operators, and it can help you for comparison of any two objects, so that we can call it say comparison operators. Clear? In the meanwhile, we have the second operator is there, which is greater than. So what is mean that greater than? So you already know that symbol is greater than symbol. Okay, so number 1 is 23, number 2 is 45. So the first one was returns the false because of 23, which is not more than the 45, so that the first one has returns the false, but second one is 45, it's a more than the 23, so that it was returns the true. Clear? And we have the equal to. So when we have equal to operator, equal to means what? Both are same. Number 1 and number 2, if both are holding the same data, if both are holding the same data, then it can be returns the true, otherwise it can be returns the false. Okay, so for understanding this one, I just write the same data as the 2 or same. For example, this is 45 and number 2 also 45. So if I'm applying the equal to operator, then it was returns the true. Now we can go ahead with the not equal to. So not equal to, in the sense we have a symbol is not symbol and followed by the equal symbol. So shift with 1 is a not symbol. So when we are using the not equal to, if and only if the both the data elements are different, then it can be returns the true. If both are same, it can be returns the false. Okay, so here the print is the function, it will help you to display the data on the screen. So Swaran, are you following my point? Any questions till now? Okay, now we have the less than or equal to. So less than or equal to, which means less than symbol, and we can use the equal to symbol, right? So if and only if sorry, if and only if number 1, it could be smaller than the number 2, or else number 1 and number 2 both are same, these two situations, it can be written as the true. Clear? So here the number 1 is the 23, number 2 is the 45. So the first condition is satisfied, right? Number 1, either number 1, it could be the smaller than the number 2, or else both are same. The two situations, it can be written as the true. In different situation or different case, it can be written as the false. And last but not least, which is greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. We can combine the, okay, we can combine the greater symbol and equal to symbol. Okay, so here I have a greater symbol and greater than or equal to. So here 23, which is not more than the 45, right? The first condition was false. At least number 1 and number 2 both are same. No, that's the reason the first one, it was returns the false. The first one is which is returns the false, but the second one is number 1 and number 2 both are same, so that the greater than or equal to was returns the true. I hope this is about relational operators, guys. Other than that, nothing will be there. We can go ahead some examples for better understanding. I think yesterday we discussed a small program, right? Write a program, given number is even or not, even or not. So how can you know that actually one particular number, whether it is a even or not? So for example, whatever the number you have it, that particular number, when you are division with 2, the remainder, it could be equal to 0, right? If this is the condition is returns the true, that means that could be the even number. Okay, so you just print this particular result. So if it is the even, it can be returns the true. Otherwise, it can be written as the false. So here I'm using the equal to operator. Here I'm using the equal to operator. So here I'm getting the remainder with help of the percentile, and here my constant number I couldn't given as of now. I can take the number from the user, or else I can directly give the number to the program. For example, my number is 34. 34 is even number, right? So here the remainder you will be getting the 0. 34 by 2, the remainder is 0, right? So if the remainder is 0, 0 equal to 0, which is returns the true, right? So that it can be written as the true. That means 34 is the even number. For example, I have a number is 35. 35 is the odd number. So when you're division with 2, so you will be getting the remainder is 1. So 1 equal to 0? No. So that it was returns the false. Okay. So first one was returns the true because of its even number, and second one is odd number, so that it was returns the false. Same program we can use for the no given number is odd or not. So when it is an odd number, when the remainder which is not equal to 0, when the remainder is not equal to 0, then it could be the odd number. If the remainder is equal to 0, then sorry, if the remainder is not equal to 0, it's odd number. If the remainder is not equal to 0, then it's a even number. Sorry guys, if the remainder is not equal to 0, it's odd number. If the remainder is equal to 0, it's not the odd number. Okay, so that the first one is returns the false because of 34 is odd number. So here the remainder is 0, 0 not equal to 0, condition is false. So if the condition is false, so the resultant can be false only. And here the remainder is 1, so 1 not equal to 0, condition is true. Okay, if the condition is true, that means 35 is odd number. So here we are using the equal to and not equal to. Clear? Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
Are you following?
Yes.
Are you guys are
Yes,
following
sir.
or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Now write a program. Compare the age of you and your sister or your brother. Okay, and your brother. So you for example, you just have a age. See, Swaran, if you want to take the input from the user, okay, then we can use the function is input function. So with help of the input function, we can take the data from the keyboard. Okay, for example, if I want to enter the age, okay, then you can you just use the input function. If I'm executing this one, so which is creating a box, and if and only if you enter some data, then it can be okay, then it can be taking by that particular input function and giving that particular data to the program. Okay, so but here whatever the data you enter, that is integer, but the resultant it will be string data type by default. For that one we can use the some data type conversion functions, and for example, if you want to take only integer data, then we can use the int function. If you want to converting it to the float, then we can use the float function. Okay, just try to understand. Here you're taking the input from the user, and that it is make sure that it's an integer format, so that I have to convert from string to integer, then I can use the int function. So enter age of you. For example, I want to enter age of you. Okay, so this is my input from the user, my age, and so for example, your brother age. Okay, so brother age, you want to take the input from the user, so enter age of your brother. Okay, so you are to enter the age of you as well as you enter the age of your brother. Okay, so here I want to check so my age is smaller than the my brother or not, that I want to find. Okay, so my age, so my age is, so if you want to print your age, then we can use the comma operator, and you can use your variable name is my, okay, and my age is whatever the day, whatever you have it, that you can write over here, okay, that it can be printing. And my brother age is, okay, so your brother age I want to print it, then we can use the comma operator and we can print the variable corresponding your brother age, what it is holding, okay. So greater, more, so my age is more than my brother is, then it can be written as the true, right, which means we can use the my is greater than your brother. So if this is the thing it was returns, if my age is more than my brother age, then it can be written as the true, otherwise it can be written as the false. For example, let me consider, so 26, okay, so for example your brother age is for example 18, okay, so my age is 26 and my brother age is 18 more, right, I mean just meaning is little bit different variated, my age is more than so you just write this information, you just write for better understanding purpose, okay, my brother age is 25 is more than my brother age. If it is true, then if my age is more than my brother age, then it can be written as the true, right, so my greater than my brother age. So you can enter the same thing again 26. Now I think meaning is also correct now, okay, my age is 26 is more than my brother age is 18. Yes, of course it's a true, so that it was written as the true actually. For example, I enter the my age is for example 26, for example my brother age is for example 30. This time my age is 26 is more than my brother age is 30, no, right, so that it was written as the false. Is it clear now? So this kind of comparison, when you want to compare any two objects, any two things, if you want to compare it, make sure that we can use this particular relational operators only. Clear? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So regarding about this kind of operators, we will talk about in a control statements again, because of there we are going to be implementing some kind of conditions. So by the time of implementation of condition, definitely again we are going to be using this kind of comparison operators only, okay, or relational operators. Now we'll talk about the special operators in Python programming language. Special operators in Python programming language. So every programming language we have the above operators, but the Python is having some additional operators, which is the special operators. From that one, the first one is the membership operator. The first one is the membership operator. The second special operator is its identity operator. Identity operator. So what is the use of this particular membership operator and what could be the use of the identity operator? Let's discuss now. So here the membership operator and identity operator are the special operators in Python programming language, which can be performing some kind of special tasks. Okay, what it is the task now we will discuss now. Let's talk about the membership operator. It's a very common thing actually. So for example, how many students are there here? For example, this is the batch is 303. Okay, this is ADS 303 batch. See, I am throwing a question to you. Are you a member of the ADS 303 batch? How can you check it? See your name, which is existing with a group of that particular batch or not. So we are going to be checking availability of one element in the group of element. That we are calling it say membership operator. Is it clear my point? Hello guys, can you hear me or not? Sunny, at least you can respond it.
Yes. Yes.
So my question is here, you are the member, okay, this is one group, okay, the group name is ADS 303, okay, you are the member, right? How can you say that you are the member? So when you are available in this particular group, then you are the member of this particular group, right? So whether you are the member of this particular group or not, then we will check with help of the membership operator. So here the membership operator, it can be returns the either true or else either false. Okay, it can be returns the either true or false. See, for checking the membership operator, we can use the keyword is in keyword. So here in is the keyword, which is a special name in Python programming language. So the Python is having some kind of predefined names. From that one, in is also one predefined name. So I want to check it whether the in is the predefined name or not. If I want to check it, then we can import the keyword library. Okay, so a keyword dot is keyword, and we can mention the in. See, if in is the keyword, then it can be returns the true. If in is not the keyword, for example, we can use the capital IN. So even this also it's in only, right? But the Python is the case sensitive, uppercase letters are different and smaller case letters are different, so that it was returns the false. So here I can strongly believing that in is the keyword, and this is the proof for that. I imported the keyword library. I am checking whether the keyword library is having the in or not. If it is the keyword, then it can be returns the true. If it is not the keyword, then it can be returns the false. I'm strongly believing that in is the keyword. So what is the use of this particular in keyword? So the in keyword, it is the membership operator. It can be returns the true when one particular element, it can be the member of the group, member in a group. Okay, so we are checking only one element actually. So one element is the member in a group. So when one particular element is a member in a group, or the group it contains that particular specific number, then it could be the true. Okay, contains or in, both are same only. So if element is not the member, if one element or whatever the element we have it is the not the member, then it can be returns the false. Let's check a small example. I have no, I have a number is 45, and I have a list of elements are, for example, 89 and 34 and 100 and 45 and 90. So these are my numbers. For example, I have a C which is the 120. So I would like to check it whether A is available in my B or not, because of B is having some multiple elements, a group of elements. So A is available in B, as well as whether the C is available in B. I would like to check here. So A in B, if it is available, then it can be returns the true. If it is not available, then it can be returns the false. So here my C, which is not available in B, so that it can be returns the false. Is it clear my point?
Yes.
Okay, but we have one more operator is there for checking the same membership operator, which is not in. But not in also used for checking the one particular element is available or not, but it quite opposite for the in operator. Okay, it quite opposite. Quite opposite means it can be returns the false when element is available. It can be returns the true when the element is not available. Clear? So you just take this example, but here instead of the in, we can use the not in. If I'm using the not in, so if element is available, then it can be returns the false. If element is not available, then it can be returns the true. So here the in and not in both are the membership operators only, but we can use any one of it. It's all about your choice, which one you want to use it. Clear? Is this clear or not?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, now we have identity operator. So identity means what? So identity means in Python programming language memory. Identity means memory. Okay. So here identity operator will be used for to check the memory locations. to check the memory locations are same or not. To check the memory locations of objects, whatever the objects we have it or whatever the variables we have it, to check the those particular members memory location is same or not. Okay, for that one we can use the identity operator. Here it is also can be written as the true or else it can be written as the false. So it can be true or it can be false. Okay, let me consider I have a function. So you know that in Python programming language we have a function is id. You just providing the variable name or else whatever the name, so it can be written as the memory location. It can be written as the memory location. For example, I have a data is 678. I have a data also 678. Here the data is same, right? B data and A data are the same, but I want to find the memory locations of A. So ID of A, it can be written as the memory location, and ID of B, it can be written as the memory location. Careful observe here, the A is 678, which is holding into this specific memory location, and the B is also 678. This is the 678 which is holding into this particular memory location. See, identity operator, what it is checking, which is checking this particular memory location, not this data. We are going to be checking this particular memory location. These memory locations are same or not the data. Just try to observe here. Not the data, you are checking the memory locations. So if these both memory locations are same, if I'm using the is keyword, then so here the is the keyword, is the identity operator. It can be written as the true when the both memory locations are same. It can be written as the false when both memory locations are different. Okay, so A is B. So here the A and B both are different, so that the A memory location and B memory location both are same, both are different, so that it was written as the false. Clear? Let me take a small example. So here my data is 67 and this is also 67. So previous also data is same and now also data is same, but here the memory locations are same. Here A memory location and B memory location both are same. If both memory locations are same, that situation it was returns the true. Try to observe, guys. Try to observe here. Here A data and B data both are same. Here also A data and B data both are same. But unfortunately, here the memory location is different, so that is operator was returns the false. Here also the data is same, but unfortunately the memory location both variables are same, so that it was returns the true. Clear? Any questions?
But like, how does these variables pick up the memory locations? Like, it's random?
Yes, that's a good question. In case of Python programming language, okay, so integers data, so integer data, if it is integer data, -5 to plus minus 5 to 256, -5 to 256, the memory locations, you can assign the any different variable, the memory locations are same. For example, A could be the -5 and B also -5. Okay, in between the -5 to 256, you just try to check the memory location of A and the memory location of B. It was fixed memory locations. Okay, so for example, you can take the same data and you can try for the -6. We can go for here -6. So here the data was changed. It's not -5, it's a -6. When the -6, then the memory locations are different. Same way, we can go ahead with 256. In between -5 to 256, here also 257. You just change only one element. Okay, so till 256 the data elements are holding the same memory location, so the data is same. If you are assigning the multiple variables, it can be sharing the common memory. But if the data is more than the 256, if you're assigning the two different variables, both are holding in a two different memory locations. Okay, For example, if the data is in between -5 to 256, right? For example, here 100 and here it is 100. We can go ahead with here 200 and here it is a 200. So the data it is in between the -5 to 256. So you can assigning the same data to the multiple variables. The all variables are sharing the common memory in between -5 to 256. Same way, you have a string data. So if you're not separated with a space, for example, SOC and SOC soft tech, okay, or SOC soft tech. So here also SOC soft tech, okay. So here the data is same, right? So I would like to go for checking the memory locations are same or not. So of course it's the same, okay, because of you're not separated with any space. You can have, so you can write so different data elements, okay, but the data elements are same. So A is having some group of characters and B is also having some group of characters, but all characters are same. So this particular situation, the memory location is same actually, okay. But here I just SOC softtek and space I used. Here also SOC softtek and here also I used the space. So when I separated with space with the two words, this particular situation, this can be storing into different memory location, this string can be holding into the different memory location, so that here the data, the memory locations of A and B are different. So here even you have a group of characters are there, if the elements, if the number of characters and the characters are same in two different memberships or members, then it can be the same memory location. But when which is separated with any special character, then automatically the memory location can be changed. That is the rule of it actually, okay. So our aim is that if you want to check the any two variables are sharing the same memory location or not, for that one we can use the keyword is keyword. That is keyword we are calling it same identity operator, okay. We have the one more operator is there, which is not. It is quite opposite. When the memory locations are same, then it can be returns the false. If the memory locations are different, then it can be returns the true. So you just apply the is not. So even I'm not checking, right? Yes, is already checked. Okay, fine. So now we can check with is not. So here I'm applying the A is not of B. So here A and B both are same memory location, so that it can be returns the false, and here A and B both are different memory location, so that it was returns the true. So with help of the is not. If it is a is, it's quite opposite for it, okay. I hope you understood the special operators as well. Any questions as of now what I explained for you?
But is there like a logical use of this operator?
Of course it can help you. So you don't need to check the memory location, it just go on the no, so access, you don't need to access the memory location, it's just strictly checking the memory location only, okay. So there could be a logic, okay. So if the memory is same, then it can be returns the true. If the memory is different, it can be returns the false when it is the is keyword, okay. Pretty cool. So guys, we'll catch up tomorrow for continuation of the operators. And so the operators are bitwise operator. It's a little tricky, and before coming to the tomorrow session, try to convert binary to decimal and decimal to binary mathematically. So you can try to understand what is binary number and what is decimal number, and how we can convert the binary number to decimal number, and how we can able to convert the decimal number to binary number. You just cross check it, it's not related to coding. You just go and look for some mathematical information, okay. So it will help you even you're not aware of it. I can explain the class itself. Okay, guys, that's for today's class. We'll catch up tomorrow for continuation of the concepts. Bye.
So I should stay on the same link, or should I
Yes,
join?
you should rejoin the same link.
Rejoin the same link.
Yes.
So I have to leave this session, right?
Yes, you just leave the session and again you can back it.
Okay. Thanks.